welcome to the Ms.Dria show, where I'm your host, Ms.Dria, and here I have with me my beautiful co-host, Lady T.
Yes, in the house, front and center.
And here with us, we have publisher, Mr. William Hobbs. How are you?
Greetings. How you doing?
We're great, thank you.
William.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
No.
Know that.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm learning. I'm learning. This is new for me.
William Ashante Hobbs at that.
Right.
I love
That's right.
that.
So tell me, what was it? Where are you from, first off?
Born in Fort Lauderdale.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, did a little traveling, but I'm back.
Okay, I know that's right. You can't leave Florida.
That's right. That's right.
So, what was it that inspired you to start writing?
Ooh, I was always told that a child is supposed to be seen and not heard,
Wow.
and I wanted to be heard
Wow.
and not get beat. So I learned to, write things in my journal and hide them under the bed, and slowly that turned into poems, which turned into raps, which turned into short stories, and here we are today.
And how long have you been writing?
Goodness gracious. I am 45
Okay.
since I was 12. Easily.
Wow, that's excellent.
Absolutely.
So you have perfected the craft.
I would like to think so.
Yes. I mean, it's always room for improvement, but you
There it is.
have done excellent for what you've done. I'm aware that you've written 5 books.
Yes, the latest being A Taste of Fate, Ultimus Primed.
Tell me a little synopsis without giving it away. What does that consist of?
Okay. This particular story is about a womanizing divorce attorney here in Miami. He is just enjoying himself, if you know what I mean. He stays away from long-term relationships because that's what he does for a living, break them up, right? Mm-hmm. So he's doing his thing. Used to play for the Hurricanes. Everybody loves him. Suddenly, he's stricken with a medical disorder that limits him to only 100 more orgasms for the rest of his life.
Wow. So kind of like the Eddie Murphy movie,
A thousand words.
A thousand words. Kind of
Instead,
like that.
100 other things.
Right. And then he only has 100, and it is other things.
Oh, yes.
And he's used to doing that.
So now you got to be careful. You can't even wash yourself too hard in the shower.
Oh, wow.
My goodness. So what was it that inspired you to write a book like this, a novel like this?
I'm so glad you asked.
Okay.
All of my novels, everything I write deals with issues that I see going on in the black community. This particular one is something I noticed in the last 2 years of my classes. I always start my classes to get kids talking. You always start something with the battle of the sexes.
Right. Because I just want to put that in there. You do teach you're a professor at Florida Memorial.
Yes, indeed. In Miami
Okay.
Gardens,
The
the
Mighty Lions.
only HBCU in South Florida.
Right.
Yes.
So I get them going with that because you figure they all have something to say. But the last 2 years, guys don't even bother with the banter. It's like, I'd kill it. I'm
Yeah.
not even interested.
Wow.
Netflix and chill. Moving on.
And girls are being like that too.
Trying to be like the dudes.
Yeah,
okay,
girls
that's
are
cute
starting
or
to be like
whatever.
that, too.
And I'm like, something's not right. Something's not right. So I said to myself, I need to write a book about relationships that even guys would read before they're in trouble, if you see what I'm saying.
Right.
So I was like, okay, what could I possibly come up with? What are guys interested in? Their orgasms. Let's
Character.
limit the amount of orgasms the main character can have for the rest of his life. How would that change his situation? Suddenly you would really think about the women that you're dealing with.
Yeah.
You start asking for, I don't know, credit scores. Did you, any community service? You're going to go through the list. You're going to handle some things. So you give that to, let's say, a freshman guy in college where he's just looking at everything. And it's like, whoa, is this real? Can I get this? Well, just hold on. If you did get it, no, don't play like that, man, because that Zika virus, just listen. Calm down. Calm down. Calm down. Hold on. Calm down. If you did get it, how would that change you right now? Well,
Right.
shoot, she would have to be special. Have to be special? Yeah. Yeah, and I would really, I'd, take my time, go out on a date and stuff. Really? So you put some more effort into it? Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And all of a sudden, fraternities come to me. Hey, that book you wrote, man, we got to talk. We got to do something. So I've been having talk sessions, discussions with fraternities every semester.
Wow,
ever since.
that is excellent. I
Very
think
good.
it is excellent the way you went about getting this, this concept that you have out, because it really does make not just guys, it makes women think too, which
Yeah.
I like to think we do think a little bit more when it comes to certain things like that, but you do have some women who don't. They
And
just,
Not only that, but you have to get them to thinking, wait a minute. Will a guy see me as being worth his last 100?
Right. So it actually makes you think, and I think it's a great thing that you actually, wrote this book, and are you giving it to your students to read? Like,
They are finding out about it all on their own.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Beginning of the semester, usually students, oh, you're my professor. Oh, hi. Now it's like,
Lady T, you have any questions?
I love it. I saw that you had The Grove, another
North of the
book,
Grove.
North of the Grove, and the next one was Wooden or something, or
North of the Grove, Worthy.
Worthy.
There you go.
Worthy. Okay. So you've put out some really important stuff. When it comes to this, is this something that you would share with your son, or?
Absolutely. And this is it gets so interesting, especially when you're at college campuses and things of that nature. With certain colleges being affiliated with religious denominations and what have you, things get a very conservative feel. So it's like, okay, yes, we know those things exist, but
They don't want you to talk about it.
exactly. But it's like, at the same time, clearly this is affecting all of us. So therefore, here come, heard about your book, Dad. Everybody in the dorm rooms talking about your book. And I was like, yeah, wait a minute, you have a girlfriend.
Yeah. You
Yeah,
need to
right?
read it too. Huh?
Yes. Don't tell your mama, but you need to read this.
Okay.
So, being that you've written 5 books, and are some of them nonfiction, or some of them they're all fiction? All fiction. Okay.
There's the understanding that fiction is the lie that tells the truth.
Right. I mean, which it does. It does. Being that they are fiction, that that makes you an artist. What would you say we all have, like, oh, that's one of my favorites, like that I did. Well, what would be one of your favorites that you've done?
North of the Grove, I love because it deals with a passion of mine, which is mentoring, especially young men.
Okay.
Goodness gracious. It is about, again, a successful brother here in South Florida.
Okay.
He's from Coconut Grove, but he's moved to Richmond Heights. His wife announces that she's pregnant, and all these nightmares from his childhood are coming back to him. And he's like, I've been avoiding kids, and now I got to get ready because the kid is coming. I need to go and mentor a child and get ready for this. So he goes back to his old neighborhood in Coconut Grove, and he mentors this angry little 3rd grader who teaches him more about being a man than the other way around.
Wow.
Okay.
And the creative aspect that I use with that is it's an epistolary style, which means you're moving the story along through a series of letters. You think of the Diary of Anne Frank. You think of The Color Purple, Dear God, that type of thing. I wanted to give it a modern feel. So instead, you have a bunch of emails, text, Facebook DMs, where it's almost like you hacked into somebody's computer and you can watch their life unfolding.
Okay.
So when you give the book to a kid, I don't like to read. You read emails, yeah. You read text, yeah. You read posts, yeah. That's all the book is. Get to reading.
Okay.
You have like a sneaky way of getting people
right.
to
Every
pick
time.
up your book and keep
Every
it.
time.
You
Every time.
have a sneaky, but that is an excellent thing, because our generation, my generation, we need to read, and I think a lot of older people don't read as well.
Absolutely.
So I think it is.
Well,
very
mainly
clever
because
what
we
you're
can't
doing.
see the print.
Oh my goodness.
Well, sometimes you have a book that's in 9 8.9 pitch or whatever. I like yours because they big enough for me to see.
That's true. That's true. And if not, people with glaucoma, they're doing things in Florida to take care of that anyway. So,
okay. Okay.
It'll be legal soon.
Okay. So let me ask you. I hear that, first off, where can we get any of your books from?
Okay. Amazon.com. They're all there waiting on you.
Okay.
Also, we have our websites, ultimusprimed.com.
Okay.
UltimusPrimed.com.
Perfect.
North of the Grove, just the way it is, northofthegrove.com.
Okay, perfect. So what I want to ask you is that I hear you have a audio book coming out for this in particular, A Tale of Fate, Ultimus Prime.
No
idea. Okay. What does that mean? You have no idea. What are you saying right now?
I'm always creative.
Right.
Always creative. So I couldn't just do an audio book, just reading.
Right.
No. You have interesting scenes, of course. The subject matter. And it's like, I don't just want to read it. What if you heard somebody being that way as I was reading it? That's a great idea. Find me a couple, a very expressive couple.
Whoa.
And yes. And my son, he is majoring in music at Florida Memorial. He's a whiz at music production. So I have some of his beats. So you got the music. You got a little bit of that. I remember I used to hear on like the radio, almost like a soap opera. Dun, 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 dun.
Right.
The door slams.
Right.
Got it all. Got it all.
Okay. So is that out yet, or are you still working on it?
Tweaking it, and it should be ready within the next week.
Okay, perfect.
It should be available on Audible as well as iTunes.
Okay, perfect. So you're gonna post that up for everyone to see and where they can.
Of course.
Because you said it was gonna make you wreck a car.
Yeah,
That was what you told me.
If you see any cars just like veered off, bam, and there's no cell phone, they listen to my stuff.
Oh.
And you'll know for sure when you go up to the car, the airbag is going off and they're still trying to like hit replay. That's what it is.
Make sure you put caution on it.
There it is.
You need a disclaimer for that.
Right?
Yes, indeed.
So, are you working on any projects right now besides the audiobook? Because you're finishing up with that.
True.
Are you working up? Are you going to do a sequel to any? Okay.
Halfway finished with it right now.
Okay.
Halfway. And let me tell you, goodness gracious. I'm writing a scene and it's so intense, so crazy that like when I'm done, I'm looking at my hands like, you did this? You really did this? Oh, it's like I wanted all my characters to be nice, but it's like cats. They jumped out of a bag and I'm trying to bring them back in.
They're
I'm
coming
like,
to life. They're coming to life.
yeah, they're doing their thing.
Lady T, you have any questions you want to ask him?
What is the one thing that, because you're very characteristic, you're very demonstrative, so you're kind of enticing, interesting, and a little fearful. You kind of scared me a little bit, but what is the one thing that you do when you find yourself at a writer's block? I'm a published author, and I know what it feels like to have nothing. And then all of a sudden, you got your people calling. When is it going to be finished? You have a deadline. And then sometimes you just can't go to sleep because it's right there. You don't even think about your publisher. You don't even think about Arthur House. You just go for it.
Absolutely.
And you spit out like 7 chapters, whereas you couldn't get 2 words before. What is the one thing that you do? I know what I do to release, but we're on TV. What is it that you do?
Hey, it's going to be legal soon. It's okay. It's okay.
What is it when you have the writer's block?
One, just live. A lot of times you
Just live.
No,
that means going to the mailbox, getting a light bill or your TV show or something.
and run into somebody and they say something that'll jog your mind. What?
Oh, okay.
Also, I've learned to go meme surfing.
Okay.
You go on Instagram or whatever and somebody put up some crazy meme and you're like, wow, what could I do with this? How can this be part of my story?
Okay.
And then there's another thing. You may have something, but then you start writing, but then you freeze up because you want to be perfect. I'll get up and I'll turn off the screen and I'll just keep typing. So whatever it is I'm typing, I can't go back. I have to keep going. Going. So the story has to keep going, and your fingers have to keep.
You hear that, guys?
Keep going with it. You do that for about a good 5 minutes, then cut it on. It look like a bunch of nonsense, but once you fix the spelling and everything, and it'll come to light. And there it is.
Wow. Okay.
That's excellent. That's a lot of great techniques. I'm gonna try that meme.
Those are some great, wonderful.
I'm gonna try that meme one.
Meme is
seriously.
Absolutely.
That was great, excellent. Because it's the same way that they come up with those memes. They saw something, whether it was a clip or TV, and they said, "Hey, what can I do with this?" And then they made a meme, and then it just went viral.
Absolutely.
So it's the same thing. It's just like how songs are made.
You got it.
But yeah, that was a secret, great one. So
that was really good.
So you're just you released this in springtime. Okay. And you're working on the audiobook right now. Now, being that you're doing an audiobook and you're so, visual, are you looking to do any plays, any writing for films, anything in particular?
Yes. I want to do films. I want this. No, it's not a want. This is going to happen. This is going to happen. I see this one not really even as a film, but like a cable series, because we're not talking about a couple. We're talking about 100.
That's a lot.
Okay.
It's a lot, but a little bit, I guess.
Exactly. Yeah. So with that, and North of the Grove, I definitely want to make a movie out of that as well.
Okay. One question is, most of these stories are topical. They're your area, where you live, blah, 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 blah. Is there a relation between you and the main character? What is the age of this guy who got 100 left? Because if he like 72, he can hit them by Tuesday. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Okay. I mean, he can go he ready to meet the Lord. Yeah. But if he a younger man, then he could spread it out. That's what I'm saying.
Absolutely. Well, with Darius is mid-30s.
Not to spoiler alert, but I just want to.
Yeah. Darius is in his mid-30s. I'm 45.
Oh, okay. So, okay.
We do share some similarities along with this writing this. I've always been a fitness buff.
Okay.
I've been in martial arts, mixed martial arts for quite some time. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu as of late. And I came across this interview that this martial artist had where he said, I have a new exercise program. It's not about self-defense. It's about making somebody act right. I'm like, oh, what is this about? And he says it's for men, and it's based off of doing a plank. You're on your elbows and you're on your toes. With it, he teaches you how to do all these international dances, the samba and all this other kind of stuff. And of course, if somebody's underneath you, you can have them toes throwing up gang signs if properly administered. So with that, your brother's ripped. Bruce Leroy is in effect all up in here, like Darius. And it's a real thing. That's a lot of people like, oh, that's interesting. But you go to the back of the book, there's the website, there are the videos, and the instructions.
Okay. All right. So, Lady T.
No, just wonderful interview. Carry on.
Okay.
Is she speechless? Is that what I just did? I'm impressed.
Wow.
This is your moment. This time is all about you.
I don't know. It's your cake.
Yeah.
So let me ask you, do you have any actor or actresses that you would envision playing Darius?
Wow.
Have you heard anyone, any ideas pitched at you?
Because South Florida is full of talent.
There you go.
As we know.
I'm glad we're bringing this up. Honestly, the main one I've heard as of late is Omari Hardwick, the guy that plays Ghost on Power.
Right.
He's the main one I've heard thus far. But
I think he is very hot right now, and I thought of him too.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he has the build, and
he's gonna need some
he
stamina.
has the. I don't know. He seemed like he got. Well, we watch Power, so he what goes on in Power.
Yeah. He's gonna need some stamina.
Okay,
Him or whoever.
It's not real. Oh, I don't know with you. But so when are you looking to release the sequel?
Definitely before Christmas. I wanted to be a Christmas gift.
Okay. So that's excellent. And we can stay posted on that and go get that on every outlet that you put it on, correct?
Yes, indeed.
Okay, perfect. So I want to thank you personally for stopping by the Ms.Dria show and sharing this with us. I don't know if I should say I look forward to seeing it and hearing it.
What?
I mean, it sounds very intriguing, but I know it is going to be. I don't want to wreck my car.
Okay.
So,
Understood.
this is for
Uber.
The older crowd. You're right. I don't want my Uber. Okay, I can put headphones. Right.
There it is.
Right.
We're going to figure it out.
Okay.
We'll figure it out.
Okay. No, seriously, I do look forward into going into your work and seeing what it is about. I actually do. And you're a very interesting character. Sitting with you, talking to you, it's like you're very clever. I can tell. You have some other things going on.
Always.
What do your students think about you?
I didn't expect all this. I thought you'd be boring.
I know they're in for a whirlwind, huh?
Exactly.
But I bet you're their favorite.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I tell them, whatever I do, I'm going to enjoy myself.
I know that's right.
Absolutely. So I have kids come in my class. I'm not in your class, but I just heard about you.
Wow, really?
I just want to just hear.
Just sit. Wow, that's excellent. See, I can tell. You have that type of personality aura. Yeah, you do. So I want to thank you so much for stopping by the show. It was a pleasure having you. Please tell the people where they can follow you at, where they can find you at, where they can find your work at.
Absolutely. Once again, the website for Ultimus Primed, UltimusPrimed.com. You have North of the Grove, as I said, just as you hear it, northofthegrove.com. Instagram, William_A Shanti_Hobbs.
Okay.
ASHANTI.
Okay.
Facebook, William A. Hobbs. Just tapped at 5,000 with my personal page, so I got to go public. Yeah.
Go right.
It happens. So type William Ashanti Hobbs, and I'll be there. So I have this picture of my. That's the one. Like it.
Right. Like it. I want to thank you so much. It was a pleasure having you on the couch. Fun. And whenever you release your audiobook, your next book, I do welcome you back to the show anytime.
Looking forward to it.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure.
All right.
Please stay tuned. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we'll come back with so much more.